Ugh. Tired.
You should nap more. Except not during the race.
Not during the race. No.
That would be bad.
Well, I almost did nap during the race, the episode, because by the third of the race, it was over. For the episode, it was over.
You kind of knew what was going on.
Season 24, episode 5. They leave Malaysia, go to Sri Lanka, and Margie and Luke and Brendan and Rachel don't get on the flight that everybody else is on.
That's right.
So it's the tough choice. Do you go and get the short connection, or do you wait for standby?
We'd have taken the short connection.
Short connection.
We'd have risked it.
Take
We'd
the
have
risk.
done the same as Brendan and Rachel. We would have raced through the Singapore airport. We probably wouldn't have turned around and gone back to pick up a bag we dropped, although it was only 10 feet behind him, so maybe.
Unless it was a passport or something like that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you don't know what was in that bag, so.
So they made the good choice.
Yeah.
Could have backfired on them, but it did not. And so, but it backfired on Margie and Luke, and by that time they were like 10 hours behind. They were gone.
Yeah, and no matter how they edited it, it looked like, they're catching up, because you've got that when they get to Sri Lanka and, nothing opens till 5:45. But the truth is, they're not leaving till I think it was 9 a.m. anyway, which is still another, 4 hours further down. Then they've got to fly, and then they're still going to be probably 8 hours behind everybody.
Yeah.
No matter what they did.
Yeah, they edited it pretty good to make it look exciting, but it was pretty much done.
It was, pretty much.
But everybody got their thing. They were blessed by the guy, and then
That's
they went fishing or dancing. And I was gonna choose fish. Fishing looked is easier, but like they said, you can't make a fish bite.
Fishing is easy to do because all you gotta do is climb up. Well, I don't know whether I'd be able to climb up that thing, but you climb up the stilts and sit on the top there and kind of balance and fish for a bit. But I've spent an entire day and caught nothing.
That's true.
So after about an hour of that, I'd say, you know what, we're gonna dance.
Yeah, we're gonna dance. Yeah, probably half hour. I think we should dance.
Yeah.
Probably dance. And the teams that dance seem to get done earlier.
They did.
And then
the Globetrotters, they seem to be just built for the Globetrotters. They're used to spinning things and moving around. So
that was a Globetrotters task.
It was a Globetrotter task. They wanted to make sure the Globetrotters moved on.
Yeah, and they were smart, the Globetrotters, to take that task.
They were very well. And would you really want either one of them? Well, especially Big Easy on one of those stilts.
No,
I can see the whole thing going back. So that probably was the only choice for them, really, because I don't know that those stilts would hold them.
But David Connor did get the fish pretty fast, so I don't know if it was luck or skill or whatever, but they got the fish.
And you don't see what the timing is on that. So they may have only been there for half an hour. They may have been there for 2 hours. Nobody knows. But they did really well.
And then they went to the garment factory. Had to make a shirt.
Garment factory was interesting. We've seen that. Was that the same garment factory from the Australian?
I did a double check. Yeah, it was the same garment factory from the Australian season 1.
Okay.
Season 1 in Australia, they did the same task. What was harder, because once you finished your shirt and you had a mistake, they just ripped it apart, tossed it again, you had to start over from the beginning.
Whereas this one, if you miss sewing a shirt, is pretty simple. Once you figured out how to get this stuff to start, the rest of it, sewing a seam is easy. I've done hand sewing for years. I've never actually used a sewing machine except maybe about 20, 30 years ago. I've got an antique sewing machine. Just bought Sue a brand new sewing machine for Christmas. She can darn socks.
There you go.
It's awesome.
So Gord will do the task and the sewing.
I would do sewing tasks.
And drink tea and hang out with the Globetrotters.
Exactly. And
unless
the speed bump.
The speed bump.
Speed bump was easy. All you had to do was line up one color on a t-shirt. Yeah. So they already had most of the colors done. You just lined up that one color, pull the screen.
He's a printer, graphic design guy, and I'm an ex-punk rocker. We've all done that. So
that's easy.
Yeah, easy stuff.
Simple stuff.
And David Connor are doing well. They came in first again. And then the Cowboys and Leo Jamal, they're 1, 2, 3 in various combinations. Mostly the Cowboys and David Connor choosing.
Yeah, they seem to go flipping back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
And I think those are going to be the two teams to watch all the way through.
Yeah.
Unless, as the Cowboys noted at the beginning, all it takes is one screw up, like Brendan and Rachel had, and you go from the top to the bottom. And now trying to get them out of the bottom.
Cowboys do something silly, like try to be too nice to someone, knocks them back. They have a tendency to do that. They play the game too nice.
They do.
And
They're
back.
very cowboyish.
Yes, very cowboyish.
Whereas David Connor, you know what? We're trying to win. We don't need to make friends here. We're moving on. So I think they may actually
they're playing a strong game. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They're playing a very strong game.
But the Globetrotters, they're in 6th again.
Yeah, it's not a great performance for them.
No.
They've been in 6. They were in 6 last episode. They were in 6 the episode before that. I think they were in 6 the episode before that. I think the episode before they might have been 5. So technically, they're actually dropping back.
Yeah, and that's not good with only 6 or 7 teams left.
Yeah, it's a bad sign.
Yeah, it's a bad
So
sign.
because all it takes is one mistake and they're gone, and Brendan and Rachel are moving on.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens on Sunday.
Let's see what happens on Sunday.
So Margie and Luke are gone.
Okay.
Bye. Yeah, see ya.
See ya.
I think he's grown a little over the last 3 seasons. Hopefully. I think 3 chances. They've had enough. I don't expect we're going to see them again.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I really hope not. If they have another All-Star, I think they've had their chance. 3 of them's enough.
3's enough.
Time to move on.
Yeah.
All right. That's the review.
That's our review.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Have a wonderful week.
Take 2.
Ow. Need a clapper. Ow!
Jesus. That's what I heard.
It's only a toe. I can grow another one.